Namaste. In one of our live programs, when we were live streaming, there was a query from somebody who had asked, how do we handle regret? I thought it was a very important question because there is nobody who does not have some regret in life. I can say this definitely with a lot of conviction because I have seen people in my counseling sessions, so many regrets, so many memories which they feel they could have avoided if they had had this knowledge which they have today, the experience that they have today, the maturity that they have today, which they didn't have earlier. So that way, if you look at it, maybe during our childhood or maybe later in life, all of us would have made some mistakes somewhere, either in our decision taking or in our behavior or in some other manner. I'm going to just give you 3 small examples for this. There was once a lady, she was about 50 plus, 55 or so, who had come for counseling. We were talking, she was talking about other things, has a very good life, very good husband, 2 grown up children. She was also working and then she resigned because too many things to take care of, so she wanted to take it a little easy, so she retired early. Now life was very good, there was nothing to complain about in her present life. But she said there's always this feeling within me, that pain is there, that I did something wrong in life, I missed something in life, that feeling is there, she said. And I asked her, what did you miss or what did you do wrong? Then she said, no, when I was finishing school, I had this option to do medicine, I always wanted to become a doctor. My parents also knew that, so they said, yes, if you want to become a doctor, go ahead, we will support you. But I don't know for what reason, I just gave it up, I did not think about it. And then I took up some other line of study and I did very well there also. But she says, even today after so many years, I have that regret, I have that pain within me that I did not take up medicine, I did not become a doctor. And this pain is so much that she says, even today, if she has to go and visit a doctor for some reason, she says, when I go there and see the clinic, the hospital, that whole regret comes up in a very big way and it makes me feel very depressed, she said. So that was one example of, a decision making at that point of life. You took a wrong, it's not a wrong decision, but she just missed that opportunity because her parents were willing to support her both financially and otherwise, but somehow or the other she just didn't want to take it up. That's one. Then there is another example. There are many, I'm just giving you 1 or 2. There was another lady who was about 35-40 years old, and when she met me, she had 2 children, small children, going to school. She said, everything is good in life. She is also working, husband is working, and everything is going well. But she said, I have this pain within me, this regret within me, which is not leaving me at all. She says, it just comes up every now and then and I am grappling with it. I don't know what to do with it. How do I get rid of it? How do I handle it? Then I asked her, what is it? She said, when she was in the 7th standard studying in school, maybe 12, 13 years old, at that time one of her very close friends, she told her something about her family, some secret. And she told her, you keep it a secret, don't ever tell my sister or my mother when you come home because they will be so angry with me, so don't ever disclose to them. And she said, all right. But for some reason, absolutely for no reason, when she met her sister and her mother, when she went to her friend's house, she just blurted out that she told me that this happened or something like that. And of course, the sister and mother were very angry with her friend, and I think she got into trouble because of that. And from that day, her friend stopped talking to her in school. They were in the same class, they studied, and later on after a year or 2, they were just like hi-bye terms, but not that the previous friendship, that was lost completely. And after finishing school, they went their own ways, and she has not met her after that. So she said, it's so painful to me when I think of that just by blurting out that secret, I lost a very nice friendship. She says, every time I think of it, I feel so bad. I don't know why I did it. She says, today I have the maturity. If someone told me a secret and said, do not tell somebody, I will not tell anybody. I understand now that I need to value my relationship with them, so I will not do it. But at that time, why did I go and tell that? I didn't gain anything by saying that. She kept on ranting about it. Then that is another example. And the third example is about a gentleman who was around 35 years, I think. He came for counseling and he was talking about his life. He said he is in a good job and his wife is also working. They have 2 small children, both going to school. And he said, there is one mistake I made in life, and that is eating my mind. He said, I am not able to live with myself. I don't know how to get rid of this. And I asked him what happened. He said when his wife went for delivery to her parents' house for the second child, he said, I was alone for a few months and I used to go out with my friends, and somehow there I met one lady and we became a bit close, and I had a kind of affair, short-term affair with her. But by the time, it was time for his wife to come back with the child, and he said, I immediately put an end to everything, and I said, I don't want to do this to my wife, and I've come back to my wife. I have no regrets about that, about leaving that. But he says, my wife is such a nice person. She takes very good care of me, and I feel so bad that I did this to her. And I did not want to tell her because I know that it will completely spoil our relationship. So I didn't have the courage to tell her. I don't know whether I should tell her or not, but I don't have the courage to do it. And otherwise, he says, her love now is only making me feel more regret about what I did. And I'm feeling so bad about it that I don't know how to handle it, he said. And this is another third example. So like this, sometimes it is decision making, sometimes it is our own action, sometimes it's a deed that we do, which again we are not able to speak about. So these are all just examples. There can be many more. Sometimes you use some words, somewhere you spill out a lot of words in an argument and then you regret, and then even after many years you may still remember and feel, I should not have spoken like that. So these are all situations where people, they hold these in their memory for years and years and years, maybe till the end of life sometimes. How do we handle this kind of a regret which causes so much pain in the mind? See, number one, we should accept and acknowledge, yes, I made a wrong decision. Yes, I should not have told the secret. Yes, I should not have had that affair. This acknowledgement brings you face to face with whatever you did. Running away from it doesn't help. So once you acknowledge, then it is there in front of you, you can handle it. And after acknowledging, you say, yes, I take responsibility for it. Yes, it was my mistake. I take responsibility. When you take responsibility, then some of that guilt feeling goes, because you are not escaping, you are taking responsibility. And now the third thing is, after taking responsibility for it, think about it and forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself, because whatever happened 10 years back is at a point of time when your maturity level, your perception level was not what it is today. So tell yourself that today if the same situation came up, maybe I will not make the same mistake. I am a better person today, a more empowered person, a more knowledgeable person. I would have definitely taken a better decision. But at that point of time, my knowledge was limited. My perception was limited. So I was able to do only this. So that way, if you talk to yourself, maybe just sit and talk to yourself, or in meditation, it would be really fantastic. You can talk to yourself and come to terms with whatever happened and forgive yourself and say, okay, so that is why I did it. I did not understand the repercussions. You can talk to yourself like that. So that is point number 3. Point number 4 is, think about it. If whatever act or decision you took or act that you did caused any harm or trouble to somebody, then today can you rectify it in some way? Is there something that you can do to make things better? If that is possible, you can try it. Now if you take the decision of not studying medicine, that's all gone, done and gone. Now at this age she cannot go and study medicine now. That's not possible, so that is with the past. So she has to just come to terms with it and accept that, okay, fine, even without that, even without doing medicine, I am living a good life. I did my studies, I worked, I have a good family. So think about all the positive things and she will be able to allow this to pass. Now about the second one, the one who blurted out the secret. Now she knows what harm it caused and how she lost the friendship. Now supposing she can find out where her friend is today, maybe she can get in touch with her, talk to her, and at the right time when both are in the right mood, she can probably tell her that I still regret the day when I blurted out your secret. See, if she says that, then her friend might even say, oh, that I have forgotten about it, don't bother. If that happens, then the entire pain will disappear. It gets dissolved completely. So maybe she can try doing something like that. And last but not least, any mistake that you made is a lesson to be learnt. So think about it and tell yourselves, I took this decision at that time, but today I am more knowledgeable. I can take a better decision. Today I am more mature. If someone tells me a secret and asks me to keep it as a secret, I am not going to tell anybody. And today I can understand the value of relationships. So if my wife is not in town, I don't have to go and have a fling. I can wait for my wife. So this man can make that decision. So it is a lesson that we learn even from the mistakes that we make. Every time we say that whatever mistakes you make, they are only lessons in life. So look at it like that. Instead of the pain in your mind, pain in your heart, you convert it to a kind of knowledge, convert it into a kind of experience which teaches you how you can handle such similar situations in future. So if you sit and talk to yourself either in meditation or otherwise, then any kind of pain, you can come to terms with it and also kind of dissolve it by looking at it with all these points in mind that I spoke about. Try it and see and write to me about your experience.